And welcome to Lake TV's Community Spotlight Show. As you know, we have a new guest for you every week. This is brought to you by the great folks at COMC, Central Ozarks Medical Center, where your health is their mission. And our guest this week is Judy Tezak from the Raising Hope Camdenton Free Store.
Yes.
Judy, thank you for coming by.
Well, thank you for inviting me. Oh, I'm so excited to be here.
I know. So one of the reasons that we wanted you to come on and join us, because you're one of the many local charities that benefits from the shootout, right?
Yes.
Shootout charities, which is kind of like the whole main reason for the shootout is to help the local community. And so you're one of these people. So for the folks that haven't heard of the Camdenton Free Store, what are you guys all about?
Well, that's just what we are. We are a free store. And we're all about just giving back to the community. We take in donations of good, clean, usable items we can put back in the community, and we give it away to those that need it. Most of our items are all free in the store. We do have a little boutique in the area. It's just like a little 10 by 10 area, and those are more wants than needs. And we have those, so anybody from any walk of life can come in and shop.
Right.
They want to buy something from that area, give us a donation, they just put it in one of our buckets.
Interesting. Okay, so that doesn't sound like a very good business plan where you're just giving everything away for free, but that's kind of what you're all about,
That's
right?
what we're about. We're just here to help the community.
Right.
The free store helps stretch our family's budgets. Right now, especially in the last 3 years, we've seen more and more people that are really needing to utilize the free store.
Right.
Not only for clothing, but to help with some emergency food needs. We have an emergency shower, we have a wash machine and dryer. We have seen more homeless people in our community this last year than we have ever before. Just last week, I had 5 new homeless people come into the store.
Wow.
And these aren't just one, they're living in tents, they're living in their cars.
Well, you put together some stats for us here. 64 families that you see every day. Not the same families, but different families every day.
Right. We allow our families to come in once every 30 days. If their needs are greater than that because of anything, fires, floods, whatever, we notate it and they can come in as many times as they need.
Okay.
But that's just, 64 families.
That's a lot of people.
Averaged it out at 64 families a day.
Wow, okay. And of the 533 that you surveyed currently, and this changes all the time, and lately there's been more people coming in, so these numbers are probably growing. 13 people, car or tent sleepers, homeless, basically.
Totally homeless.
Okay.
No place to lay their head.
So they're either in a tent or in their car. Okay. So and you see them at the Free Star.
Well, we have 2 tent sleepers in very, very close proximity of the store.
Wow.
And then we have 3 car sleepers.
Okay.
They were, and 2 of them were in our lot. Another one was in a lot, a couple lots over.
Okay.
But
so these are people in desperate need.
They're in desperate need.
All right. 77 people sharing a home with somebody else. Right. And I think they call those surfers or
Couch
something like
surfers.
that. Couch surfers. Okay. 305 rent, 151 that own, but they're in the situation where they need some help.
Yes.
Right. And for anybody who has lived any length of time, I think we've all been in those situations, in those positions where we need some help. It's good, probably wise for folks that can get rid of the pride and come and get some help when they need it.
That's a big thing, pride.
Yeah.
And we see that with more of our seniors than we do with our younger folks.
Really?
And we do have a lot of seniors utilizing the free store as well. One of my homeless ladies is 74 years old. She's living off of a little bit over $700 a month on her Social Security. She wasn't employed, that's what she gets from her ex-husband. And she's one of my homeless people.
Okay. That's sad.
It is sad.
So if you are giving everything away, how do you get stuff? Right? How do you survive?
Well, we depend on the community.
Okay.
We have some church groups that help us. We have one church that gives us a monthly check every month to help support the store. We have a couple other churches at the Women's Club. They do fundraisers, bake sales. and they donate to us as well.
Okay.
But a lot of our funding comes from the families themselves. And on a normal basis, our families throw in our donation bucket between $700 a month to $1,000 a month.
Really?
Yeah, but it cost us right now, it went up. I mean, everything has gone up, but it costs $16.50 a month to run the free store right now, and that is a $600 increase from last year.
Really?
So, by the grace of God, we continue running.
Right.
The shootout has totally helped us in the last 2 years, where we're not worried at the end of every month if we're going to have the funds to pay.
It makes that big of a difference.
It gave us a cushion.
Right.
But and it also gave us so much money that we could do more for the families
Right.
in our community.
Well, you know, and it's interesting, back a couple of years ago during the COVID year, it was give and take whether or not we were going to have the shootout, and there were so many charities depending on the shootout that might have just gone away if the shootout hadn't taken place that year. It's that important.
Well, and that was the first year that they adopted us, and we were one of the smaller non-for-profits that not everybody knew about.
Right.
And so for Elvin Heathman's wife, that happened to hear about us through a friend that volunteers and came and did a tour of the store. And she told her husband, "You have to do something for this non-for-profit."
Right.
And that's how we got pulled into the non-for-profit.
That's a gift from God
It
right
was
there,
definitely.
isn't it? Wow, okay. So we're talking with Judy Tezak from the Camdenton Raising Hope Free Store. We'll continue to learn more about the Free Store and the homeless situation and the shootout and how they're helping you out. All of that and more coming up right after this. At COMC, your health is our mission. Central Ozarks Medical Center is growing in our community with a new dental location to serve you in Eldon and a new location in Lori. COMC also makes your children a priority with a mobile dental unit serving schools in rural areas where access can be a challenge. COMC also offers OBGYN, sports medicine, pediatric, and behavioral health care. Get more info on how COMC can help you at centralozarks.org. COMC, where your health is our mission. If it's happening at the lake, it's happening on Lake TV. From the polar plunge to festivals, parades, aquapalooza, and boat shows, Lake TV has it all. Even the granddaddy of them all, the shootouts. If you're looking for places to party, things to do, or even a new home to move into, you've gotta love Lake TV. What is COMC? A health center where everyone has access to high-quality, affordable medical, dental, and behavioral health care, regardless of insurance or ability to pay. Offering primary care, preventative, chronic, pediatrics, and OBGYN. COMC even offers comprehensive dental and same-day emergency care. A health center that focuses on every aspect of your health. Everything your family needs to stay healthy. At COMC, your health is our mission. Welcome back to Lake TV's Community Spotlight Show, brought to you by the great folks at COMC, Central Ozarks Medical Center. So we're talking with Judy Tezak, the director of the Camdenton Raising Hope Free Store. Yes. And the Raising Hope part of that is pretty important, isn't it? I mean, you're trying to give these people in desperate need some hope.
Yeah, and it's just not items. We just give so much more. And we have a book of resources. We can point our families in the right direction where they're needing help at. We have a substance abuse coach now in the last year that came on board.
Wow.
She works for Lake Regional, but she's doing the outreach at the Free Store. And since I've been running the Free Store for 7.5 years. We've been in this location in Camdenton for 6. A lot of our families are very comfortable coming in. So having her in the store has really helped them. They're really utilizing that.
Yeah, that's huge. It's huge. Okay, so the shootout, so important for so many local charities, people helping people out. So some shootout people heard about you guys, and that, you know, one of the things you do, I think, is you give out a lot of coats to children, and somebody at the shootout heard about that, said, we want to help them out, right? Is that how that happened?
Mm-hmm. And it's not, we give more than coats out. We have been able to expand our programs so much more since we got involved with Shootout. Originally, we were just doing a coat drive and we were just getting used or lightly used coats. We weren't able to purchase new coats. But with the coat drive, we went from helping 30 to 40 children to giving away 244 brand new, not used coats this last year.
Wow.
And not only that, they got hats and gloves, and a lot of them were hand crocheted from some of our families that utilize the free store and help us.
Yeah.
So the kids were just so excited when they got to come in and pick out their coat and try it on. So we do have some pictures of those kids.
Oh, that is so
It gives you
cool.
such a great feeling.
Yeah.
We were also able to, last year, the year before, we were only give out about 30 book bags. Now, Child Advocacy does a thing at the school, and they do a tremendous job handing out book bags, but there's some families that can't get there. We got families that aren't from our community, and so this year we're doubling it. We have over 60 book bags that we're going to be filling up for those families that just can't get there.
Yeah.
Then we do a Christmas for kids.
Yeah.
And the same thing, we could only do 30 to 40 families, but last year it increased to like 100 and I think it was right around 120, 140 kids that we were able to do Christmas gifts for.
Well, and I mean, it's like a Hallmark movie. Think about those kids that are in a situation where they wouldn't get a Christmas present if it wasn't for you being there to help them out.
And we have other organizations in the community that does a fantastic job.
Absolutely.
But we do have some grandparents coming in. We have foster parents. Since we don't take funding from anybody, it's my own rules. So anybody from any community is welcome to come in. And some of the outlying communities, they don't have programs like that.
They have to come here.
They have to come here.
Yeah.
So not only are they getting clothes or emergency food, the toys, we're able now to supply new toys. So almost every kid gets a brand new toy or a brand new piece of clothing because of the shootout.
Absolutely. I was just going to say, how important is shootout charities to you? I mean, what does that allow you to do that you wouldn't be able to do?
It has been a godsend the last 2 years because we've been able to do more things. We've been able to outreach more. We've got more things planned for our community. There's such a need. Our homeless has really been preying on my husband and myself. And we're working on doing something for that as well.
And growing that. That's
Yes.
pretty exciting stuff. Hopefully we can have you back and talk about that when it comes into being. And you and Jack, your husband, we're down to our final couple minutes here, but you guys also have fun volunteering at the shootout. I think you guys are involved with Wish on a Ride.
We
right?
are. We get to play with all the life jackets. We get to get them all there and tie them on the kids, and it's really kind of fun.
What kind of memories does that, I mean, does anything come to your mind that just blows you away? And I have to be careful because sometimes I'll start crying just thinking about
the excitement of
this
the kids.
stuff.
You know, when you're getting that life vest on them and they're wiggling and squirming and, they're just wanting to keep getting down to the dock and just seeing the joy and then the trepidation.
Right.
Because they're excited, and then the closer they get to the boat, there's that fear, and then when they come back, they're just the joy on their face, and it's all about kids.
It's so special, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, it really is something special. And then, we at Lake TV, we do a feature on that every year, and just seeing the look on the kids' face, and even more maybe than the kids, the parents' face.
Well, all I know is that at the Free Store, when we're working with our children, we're working with our families, we get so much more out of it.
Yeah.
When we're praying for our families, when they're coming in and they're sad and we give them hugs or encouragement, they've turned into our family.
Yeah.
They're just not people that come in. They're our family.
Okay, we better stop talking about that, or we're going to cry. So it's the Camdenton Free Store. And again, tell us, let people know where you're at so they can come by and just check. I mean, maybe they want to donate to you. Maybe they're in need.
We're at 956 North Business Highway 5, which is exactly 1 mile north of the Camdenton Square.
Okay.
On the right-hand side of the road in the Town North Strip Mall.
Okay.
So we're there 3 days a week where the store is open, but there's usually someone there 6 days a week. So
Really?
we ask that you call us And our phone number at the Free Store is 573-525-1420.
Okay. And if people have any questions,
Please
call
call.
that number, and usually they get in touch with you, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if you want to donate, or if you want to come volunteer your time,
Tour.
or if you're in need, yeah, or tour, just give that number a call. Judy, thank you so much for coming by. This has been great as always. I appreciate it very
Well,
much.
thank you very much.
That's
Appreciate
Judy
you.
Tezak from the Camdenton Free Store.